Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. The word or words of the day are ones that have echoed probably in our minds for quite some time. And those are the things like suck it up, rub some dirt on it, push through it, endure the suck, all of those things. And you know what? Actually, I'd like to see the list. So for those that have a good list, throw those in the comments for us. It's kind of, I guess, a reminiscing moment, right? So although, and I'm going to throw this out there this way, although there are times where that is absolutely needed and really can become kind of a way to get through things in life and push through and all of that good stuff, which can be good character traits, when you shift gears and go toward your VA claim, this is not the attitude that you need. And we can't mask our conditions with these motivational and pushing through thoughts and ignoring the injuries and so forth that we have. And that's what I wanted to just kind of talk through a little bit and kind of, I guess, rattle our own cage a little bit, if you will. So please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends. I really appreciate it. The two asks really are, look, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and that's really what we're looking for, to grow the channel and get this word into the hands of those that need it. Watching the video is one way to absolutely ensure that that happens, so I appreciate you watching. All right, so let's just jump into it here. All of these different things, all of these, endure the suck, push through, rub some dirt on it, don't be a XYZ, all of these things really have been pumped into us the entire time through our military service. And when we go to finally decide if you even are one who is, I'm going to use the word lucky enough to understand, wow, these are my benefits and I'm actually, able to receive them. And if we make that mental shift of even thinking about filing a claim with the VA, we are already one step way further than a lot of our brothers and sisters. It's a sad reality that less than 30% of veterans in the U.S., and depending on where you look at the numbers, it's somewhere between 16 to 18 million veterans in the U.S. Of that amount, less than 30% are receiving disability compensation from the VA. Now, for those of you that have not received anything from the VA on the disability compensation side, you may have some misperceptions in your mind. For those of you that are already service connected, I guarantee you, and I would love to see this in the comments as well, that the number of veterans who would qualify for something in the disability compensation world, even a 0% rating, is probably somewhere around, 70% or maybe even higher. A number of veterans that would qualify for something from the VA. I'm not saying everybody's 100% rateable. I'm just saying any rating, even a 0%, is a rating, right? So I'd love to see your guess on how many percentage number-wise of veterans would be able to qualify for something. As far as the misperceptions go, I believe that these mentalities that we have of, endure the suck, push through it, suck it up, rub some dirt on it, all of those types of things really put us into a position in our own mind and kind of tucked away back there of, I'm fine. I'm good. I don't need any of that stuff. Save that for somebody else. And sadly, that's not what this is. These are benefits that you earned by signing the dotted line. And here's another misperception out there, is that a lot of us believe in our minds, and sadly, we don't look to verify it. We just assume, and we all know what that does, right? But we assume that to get VA disability compensation, we must be physically disabled, right? Missing a limb, those types of things. And that is not the case either. Now, the whole thing is kind of messed up when you start really digging into some of these, I guess, terms or words, and the way that the VA defines it versus the way that we perceive it are really off kilter. So VA disability compensation makes you think that you have to be very disabled in order to receive any of it. And of course, if that's what your mindset is, and somebody comes up to you and says, hey, look, have you ever filed for your VA disability? You ever get taken care of with the VA for your disability compensation? If your mindset is that that's for people that are physically injured from their time in service, and you're not physically disabled in your mind, then you're likely to say, no, I'm good. I don't really need any of that stuff. I'm lucky I made it out. Okay. There's plenty of other people that need that, and they're the ones that should be taken care of. And that's a very honorable way to think, but that's not what the reality is. The reality is that by signing that dotted line and serving your time in service, in an honorable fashion, you are allotted these benefits, and these benefits are very wide. They encompass a lot. And the examples that I always like to give for those that have watched for a while and can already guess which examples I give. Things like migraine headaches, things like gastroesophageal reflux disease. It's GERD, it's bad heartburn, okay? These are things that you wouldn't think I can go get disability compensation for my migraines or for my GERD, my bad heartburn. You don't think about those things, so you don't even incorporate that with being able to get that as a benefit. Then on top of that, we have this 100% rating schedule that we loosely hear about, and we assume that that's it, and that 100% may be the maximum that you can receive for VA compensation. And it is not the maximum. The maximum is actually on a whole other rating schedule called special monthly compensation. That is another great benefit with regard to service connecting. So with that, I just wanted to share this with you and let you know that really having the right mindset and being in tune with who you are, the ailments that you may have, is something that you really need to sit down and think about. The 3 things for a successful claim are simple. You have to have time in service. You have to have a diagnosed condition, a condition that is chronic in nature or has some sort of residual effects. And lastly, you need to have a nexus, a link between your condition, whatever it is, and your time in service. What the VA is not saying is only the military can cause this and that's what you need to prove. That's not what they're saying. What they're saying is, show me, the VA, that your condition manifested during your time in service or as a result of your service. And if you can do that, you're going to be golden. Sometimes you don't have your documentation in your file, and you'll need to get statements from yourself, from people that knew you, from a spouse, get a letter from your doctor stating that your condition is at least likely as not to have been caused by or manifested due to your time in service, or during your time in service rather. So with that, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you. Have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.